I know you have a business idea and you are ready to start that business. Unfortunately, there is something that is standing in the way, preventing you from taking that step to starting the business. And that thing is money. Well, I have good news for you. You're not alone. There are a lot of people who also have great ideas. They are ready to start while still working, but something stands in the way, and it's always money. So if that is your situation at the moment, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to share practical ways that you can save money to fund your business or fund your idea. So stay tuned, don't go away, and I'll be right back in a bit. Hello, welcome back. My name is Akhimien. Every week, I bring you videos that help you navigate your way from a paid employment to becoming a self-employed or an entrepreneur. So I would like to ask that if this is the first time you're coming across my video, please subscribe to this channel and give yourself smooth access to future videos. You can do well if you're watching on YouTube to also click the bell icon, and that will help you get notifications when I drop new videos, because every week I drop new videos. Now in this video, like I said before the break, I'll be giving you steps that you can take to save and fund your business idea. The first tip I'm going to give you in this video is that you should treat your dream as a bill. Remember, every month you have bills to pay. You pay for your DSTV, you pay for data, you pay for entertainment, you pay for feeding, you pay for housing and all of those. Now, your dream should come on that list that you fund every month. So you start by treating your dream as a bill. Now, if you work with a budget, which is the best advice and the best thing you can do, ensure your dream is added to the list of what you have in your budget. So treat your dream as a bill. And what that means is that every month, when you're preparing your budget for the incoming month, your dream must be part of that list. You must assign a particular amount to your dream. And that particular amount goes into a savings account, and you ensure you are disciplined enough not to touch that money you have set aside to fund your idea. So you do this every month, consistently, intentionally, and in a short time, before you know it, you'll have enough income available to fund your dream. So it requires discipline, it requires determination, it requires intentionality, it requires focus. So firstly, treat your dream as a bill. Then second thing you will do in order for you to be able to raise money to fund your idea is to cut off or cut low unneeded expenses, or you want to cut down on unneeded expenses. Now, when I say unneeded expenses, I'm referring to those things you spend money on by impulse. If you are a Nigerian, particularly someone who lives in Lagos, you agree with me that a lot of times people just spend money to buy unnecessary things in traffic. When there is traffic, you will see vendors from all around bringing things to those who are driving or to those who are passengers to buy. And Lagosians are impulse buyers. You buy things you don't really need. You don't have plans buying a particular thing, but because you saw it in traffic, you just decide at that point to buy that thing. And you find out at the end of the day, you don't really have a need for that thing. So to save funds to fund your idea, you need to cut such expenses out of your spending. Cut them out. The money you're supposed to spend on those unnecessary or unneeded items, put that money into a savings account. Alright, so put that money into a savings account and save it towards funding your business idea. So the second tip, as I've mentioned, is for you to intentionally cut out unnecessary expenditure that you have been putting upon yourself month in and month out. Now, the third thing you can do to help you save towards funding your business idea is for you to use a side hustle to raise income to fund the main hustle. Now, you might get confused saying, but I'm trying to build a side hustle. I want you to understand that a side hustle might turn out to become your main hustle. And that is my experience. My side hustle turned out to become my main hustle. So while I was working, I was doing it as a side hustle. I gathered funds and I was able to buy the things that I needed. Because for that side hustle to be very effective, I need an Android tablet or an iPad. So I could afford a tablet, and I got a tablet, and you can see that right in front of me. I need a good laptop. I used to have a laptop, but I needed something better. So I put funds together and I got one. You can see that right in front of me. And also, I know eventually I will need to create content in video formats because of my side hustle. I definitely needed to get a very good microphone. And then you can see that right here. So I got all of these by using my side hustle at that time, saving up, and I was able to get the things that I need. And when I was ready to fully quit my main job at that time, the things I needed were already available. So another thing I needed that I had to save up to get was a source of power. Now, as I'm making this video right now, we do not have power supply right now, but you will notice that my background is bright, at least. So I'm using a power station. I have a power station dedicated to my space, and I have a power bank dedicated to my laptop. It's that power bank that is powering my ring light at this point in time. Alright, so my point is you need to use your side hustle to raise funds for the main hustle. You must keep that in mind. Your side hustle is not for you to make money and spend on things that you do not need. Alright, the fourth tip I'm going to give you to help you save towards funding your idea is to apply what we call the 70-20-10 rule. Now, 70 there stands for 70%, 20 is 20%, and 10 is 10%. So when your income comes in at the end of the month, dedicate 70% of that income to your living expenses. However, note this, what you might need for your living expenses might be far lower than 70% of your income. If your income is big enough to that extent where your living expenses can be covered by less than 70% of your income, then you can decide to assign 50% of your living or of your income to your living expenses. You can decide to assign 60%, but the maximum recommendation is 70% of your income should be dedicated to your living expenses. And when we say living expenses, we are referring to your feeding, your housing, your clothing, and your entertainment, and your data, and all of those things that concerns living. 70% will go for funding all of those things every month. And if your income from your job is big enough to the point where 60% can cover all of your living expenses, then it leaves you with a better option for the 20%. So what that then means is that you can increase your 20% for which is supposed to go for savings and investments. You can increase that to 30%. So which means you have more savings and more funds available for investment opportunities. And then your 10% is for you to save towards your business. So if the business is something you want to come up as quickly as possible, if you're able to fund your living expenses with 60%, then that's extra 10% that is not spent on living expenses. You can dedicate that to saving towards your business that is about to come up. So while you maintain the 20% for savings and investments. So the 70-20-10 rule is a good way for you to plan your income between your living expenses, savings and investments, and then your business savings. So it's very important. You must be intentional in applying this principle. If you're not intentional, you might end up just running round in circles. All right. Now, the fifth tip I am going to give you is that you should buy only what moves you forward. Now, forward to where? Forward towards achieving your dream. What is the dream? To start up your own business. So only buy things that will move you towards achieving that dream. And what I mean is your living expenses are all outside this fifth tip. All right. But then anything you want to buy, you want to spend money on, should be something that moves you forward, that moves you towards the achievement of your dream. That is what you should spend money on. And what that simply just means is that you should cut out unnecessary spending. Cut out unnecessary spending. If you want to buy anything, ask yourself, what value will this thing add to me? Or what value will this thing add to my dream? Those are the questions you should ask yourself. Now, one of those things you can spend money on that will move you towards achieving your dream is you buying a course to help you understand what you're trying to do. So spending money on personal development or capacity development is a good way to move yourself closer to achieving your dream. All right. So these are the things you should spend money on. You want to spend money on buying a course. You want to spend money on buying tools that will help you run the business. Spend money on all of those things that will move you towards achieving the dream. Not just spending money unnecessarily. Now, the goal here, all right, is for you to sacrifice now in order to gain the future. That is the essence of you trying to save. And that is the whole essence of this video. Sacrifice now in order to gain the future. And that is the message I'm passing across in this video. Don't enjoy now and lose later. Instead, sacrifice now and win later or gain later. That is the whole essence of this particular video. And if you have found value in this video, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video with those in your circle who might also need the information you have got from this particular video. Don't forget to follow my page if you are watching on Facebook, and I will see you in my next video. My name is Monday Akhimien. Stay blessed and enjoy the rest of the day.